I mean, I think, it's honestly good for us to have a game that was that close. I think it kind of forces us to ramp up our intensity in games and in practice. And I think coming into this game, we knew we wanted to do that from the get-go, and I think we did a good job.
You guys were able to force 24 turnovers tonight. What was going right for you guys on the defensive end of the ball?
I think we were just really intense. We had a lot of urgency on the defensive end, and we knew early, we didn't execute things as well as we wanted to. So kind of after that, refocused and did what we needed to do.
What do you think you guys did? I mean, ended this first half strong, and then you came out third quarter. How do you guys maintain that consistency when you have a little break like at halftime?
Yeah, I mean, there's the danger that you could lose some momentum, but I think it's kind of a focus for us as we go out there. We always sort of say to each other, all right, this is sometimes where teams can go on a run and get back in it, and it's been a focus of ours to not let that happen.
Talk a little bit about the atmosphere tonight, getting to play in front of Coach P's pack and having the pink out game tonight. What was that like for you guys?
Yeah, I think even before the game started, as we were running out, there were multiple girls, we were kind of talking in the huddle, just that we could tell that the atmosphere was different in here, being the pink game, Coach P's pack, there was a lot of people here, and that's always fun. Playing with a ton of people in the Skiska is a lot of fun. It brings us a lot of energy, so we really enjoy it.
Switching to the upcoming game, what's that environment going to be, off his question, what's that environment going to be like on the road, and do you think, with you guys' dominance again against them at home, what do you think they're, chip on their shoulder with how close the games have been recently between each teams?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, it's always packed house at Frost Arena. We know it's going to be a pretty electric environment going in. And I think that they have probably, remembered the game that we had here, and I don't think that, they're going to let that stop them. I think it's going to be a good one.
So with the large margin of victories, we've gotten to see some of your teammates get into the games in the fourth quarter. Sorry.
Great song.
The games in the fourth quarter, and what's it like for you guys to see them get out there and get the opportunity to play?
That's a lot of fun for us, getting to see them. Not everyone sees the work that they put in practice and everything. We get to see that. So finally getting, the work that they put into, getting them being able to show that off a little bit is a lot of fun. And they bring the energy for us night in, night out. So we're just trying to do the same and do it a little more because they deserve it.
Yeah.
So.
And then this is specifically for both of you with the future answer. Can you talk a little bit about what kind of teammate Claudia Kunzer is?
Do you want me? I'll go first. I mean, honestly, I said it before and I'll say it again. Claudia is one of the best teammates that I've ever had. Truly, she is willing to do anything for the success of the team. And I think you see that out there. Even if you're not always in practice every day, she's doing that in practice too. And I think, to have someone who is genuinely so excited for the success of her teammates and just the success of the team overall is just an amazing person to have as part of your team.
I completely agree with everything that Kira said. And it's not just here that she's doing that. I live with her, and she is like that all the time. Yes, the best teammate you'll ever find, the best friend you'll ever find. Just as Kira said, there's the joy that she finds in the success of the entire team, and kind of being that hype man for everyone. We're all very grateful, I know, and I think she takes a little bit of pride in that. So it's fun to see her. Because we know that she's like that all the time, for her to be able to kind of show off for the fans is fun.
And they got to see today what we see in practice every day.
Yes,
Her hitting step backs over us all the time. She's good.
Yep.
Right. Well, certainly it was a very big night for us and a very exciting opportunity for us to partner with Sanford here in Vermilion, sponsored our pink game, auctioned off the seniors' jerseys. What I was told after the game is I think we raised about $2,500 that will stay here locally and will go towards the new 3D mammography machine. And that's something that's really important as we celebrate, our pink game and try to raise awareness for breast cancer. It's something that we feel very fortunate to have the partnership and the collaboration that we have. So that's the first part of the night. It was a special part of the night. Second part is I thought we played really hard, and I thought we played well in major stretches of that game. I think North Dakota State, caused us some fits, certainly in the first quarter with some of their movement, some of their ball screens. They scored it very efficiently against us. I thought we did a good job in the second quarter of trying to limit their opportunities. Did a good job defensively during that stretch. And certainly on the offensive end, we were pretty efficient throughout the course of the game. And I thought there were a lot of young ladies who really stepped up and played very, very well for us in this game.
What do you credit the consistency of, the high margin of defeating teams you guys have this year? That you got to be able to do that, you have to have depth. Is that where you would credit that to?
Well, I think there's a lot of little pieces that go into it, and they all kind of add up to help us be a team that has continued to improve. And that starts from players really loving each other and trusting each other and working together day in and day out and continuing to improve. It's a sign of their maturity that they understand that it's not about a result, it's about continued improvement, it's about a process. And so I think there are a lot of things that go into it, but the energy and enthusiasm that this group of young ladies has is really second to none. You come into film and it's the middle of February at this point in time, and sometimes with teams, you're just trying to they're done with classes and you're trying to see what your energy level is going to be like. And this group is singing songs and having a good time. And finally we figured out that they can't sing at a very high pitch. So soprano songs that are really high are not very good for us. But when we're in that alto or tenor range, we have some pretty good voices. So the energy that they have is something that's really, really special about this group. And the ability for them to continue to have fun is something that's really important for us.
Sure, and picking up off that, perspective-wise, the game Sunday, you'll take a victory anytime you can, but a 4-point victory is out of the norm for this team. Was that something that, kind of put like a check and balance type of thing moving into this game?
Well, I thought that in that game, I thought Oral Roberts played really, really well. I thought that we had some stretches where we didn't take care of the ball the way we wanted to. We had some stretches where they hit some shots. We had some stretches where they got to the free throw line. We had faced some adversity. And the great thing was that with this team, we've had different players step up at different times. And we continue to see that. And I thought that was really, really important in that game. And so to have an opportunity, whatever it is, to continue to learn is really important for us. And I thought it was a game for us to go back and evaluate and see some areas we can grow from.
You touched on the ball screens that North Dakota State had, some of the movements they were doing. What did you kind of do to counter that early on?
Well, we tried to be a little bit more aggressive with it than we were earlier. I thought they were kind of attacking the rim and getting to the basket against us. And we weren't quite as sharp as we needed to be with some of their actions and how we needed to defend them. But again, to our players' credit, in the second quarter, I think, they did a great job of really establishing themselves and made some adjustments on their own during the course of that stretch. Not necessarily the ways we'd exactly want to guard things, but they had to cover up and keep the ball away from the rim and get back out to shooters. And they've played together long enough that they're able to kind of help each other out with some of those things.
Held them to 2 rebounds in the first quarter, yet they went on an 18-12 run. What's that say about your defense and boxing out and the consistency of that?
Well, I thought we did a good job on both ends. I think North Dakota State's a physical team. I think they're a very aggressive team. They're a very good rebounding team. And I thought Hannah was able to establish herself on the offensive end, getting some offensive rebounds for us, which was really, really big to keep plays alive. At the same time, it was hard for them to get a lot of offensive rebounds in the first quarter because they were scoring it on us. So maybe that's a little bit skewed statistic at that point in time. But I do think our players understand the importance and the urgency to finish plays. But that's something that it's not something that you just have and you continue to have. It's something you've got to continue to work at.
I know with the game coming up Saturday, that's not your end goal, winning that game and winning the regular season title. But how soon would it be with the back and forth of your guys' programs to go 2-0 against South Dakota State in the regular season and momentum-wise building towards a turning run?
Well, and I think what's important for us is that we continue to improve. We're at the point where we've got 2 regular season opportunities left in our season to continue to get better. And so that's what we focus on. As soon as we get caught up in the wrong things, then we're not going to continue to be who we want to be and continue to see areas where we can make adjustments. And so for us, it's going to go back to watching film tonight of this game, see areas we need to clean up, go back to our game against South Dakota State the first time, maybe see their game from tonight and kind of go from there.
And then going back to some of the bench play, everyone who got in played at least a quarter, and they're getting a lot of looks. So how confident are you with some of your depth and some of your bench players going into tournament play if they have to play extended minutes?
Well, I think these young ladies do a great job for us, and sometimes they're in a tough situation because, a player like Claudia Kunzer, for example, has to, during this week, had to really be a player for North Dakota State and be on our scout team and help us get ready. And, so she didn't have the opportunity to get as many defensive reps as we would like her to get, and yet I thought she played really, really well and did some really great things for us on both ends of the court, and her energy is second to none. And so I thought she did a fantastic job, but we certainly are very, very confident with our young ladies coming off the bench to give us a boost in a lot of different ways on the offensive end. On the defensive end, I thought, Megan Bonar came in the game and played very, very, very strong for us, played very well for us. I think Macy and Janai are two freshmen, who continued to battle. And I thought during the course of that fourth quarter, those two, along with Reagan Sankey, all made some defensive adjustments that are going to be important for us moving forward, important for their development and for ours as well.